37 million views for one video. I think that's slightly viral. I am so grateful, and I'm just going to take a moment to receive this moment and truly come into the gift that it is to be able to have one of my videos that are so heartfelt to have gone viral and currently sitting at 37 million views. That's something to be celebrated. Something to be celebrated. And I'm gonna show you which video it is. To celebrate, I created, this creation and celebrating at the same time, right? Because when we celebrate, we create more, which is so true. When we celebrate something, the universe gives us something more to celebrate. So that was celebrate and create. I just created a new word for you guys. Let me share this live stream, and then I'm going to show you which video it is, because it's pretty special. And then I'm going to share what I've created that I'm celebrating it with. And then I'm going to jump into the aspect of your life purpose and the aspect of continuing to reach your wildest dreams. Even when it doesn't seem like it's working, you never know when your message, when your heart and your soul is going to go viral. You never know when all of that 10 years worth of hard work is just going to flick over, and one day you're going to wake up and go, how is this my life? I created that. I know this is my life, but at the same time. So this is a celebration video, and also a kick your ass training video if you're wanting to discover your life purpose, find out what that is, figure out all the things and understand why on earth it actually isn't working and why you aren't getting there and why it seems elusive to you and all the things. So this is a little bit of a kick your ass training at the same time, right? So as always, let me share this, and I will concentrate on sharing it. But welcome, let me know where you're from around the world. If you're just jumping on, let me know if this is your first time to any one of my live streams. Celebrating 37 million views on one video on Facebook. It's a pretty huge achievement. I'm a bit excited, hence why I'm like celebrating it. Really celebrating it. This is so exciting. Thank you so much, Abigail. Thank you for the congratulations. It's definitely something to be celebrated. I think we're always talking about our trauma and our crap and all the bad things, and it's so important to celebrate the good things because, as I said, then the universe gives us more to celebrate, and that's the purpose of life, isn't it? Isn't that the purpose of life, to like create happiness? And the reason we do all this healing is to what? To be happy and to do things, right? Thank you. Thanks for all the congratulations. Appreciate that. Okay, just give me a moment while I share this live stream in the places. Thanks, guys. Oh, thanks for all the congratulations. Of course, I get congratulations. Of course. I wasn't really comprehend that. I'm just gonna like really receive this right now. I think it's so important to celebrate. I really do. Okay, let me share this on my feed. I'm trying to talk already. It's time to be concentrating while I share the things, right? All right, so welcome from Canada. Yes, lovely to have you here. Okay, I'm gonna bring up these comments fully. Perfect. All right. And I'm just going to lift it up a bit because you can see my computer there. I tried to be all fancy and sit at my desk. This just felt a little bit more practical because, you know, I'm a practical girl. Virgo practicalities. So I'm all for the practicalities. I was like trying to say strategies and practicalities at the same time. So strategies, practicalities, all at the same time, because this is really what I work with my clients on in the Life Purpose Accelerator, which the doors are open for right now. So I know, right? 37 million views. Like when I planned to do this live stream, like, you know, a little bit about it, you know, a little while ago, and I was like getting ready and I was like 35 million views, and I like looked at the video now and I'm like, wow, it's actually 37 million views now. For real, 37 million views. Keeping it real, I know, right? And this is the thing, when you're sharing your heart and soul and you don't give up and you continue sharing your heart and soul, like this is where the magic is. And it's not easy, right? It's not easy to follow what feels right. It's not easy to follow what you know in your heart you're meant to do or be or have or all the things. But one day something's gonna click. And the thing is that doing this sort of work, it takes time. It takes time, it takes energy, it takes persistence, dedication, discipline, commitment. And you know what? Most people don't have that in them. But the biggest reason why is because they don't know why they're doing it. They don't know why they're doing it. That's a really big thing to get clear on. There's so many reasons why. And even if you just got one tiny little reason why, that's all you need, but you have to know why you're doing something. So let me share, it's gonna melt your heart. Let me share the video. I'm gonna have to like hold it up on my computer, right? And you're just gonna go, it's gonna melt your heart. Or if it doesn't, I'll be very surprised. Okay, so let me try and see if you guys can even see this. Okay. All right, trying to hold it. Okay, here we go. This little video, look at this beautiful cutie. Okay, let me just press play. Press play. Oh, I can't really see it. Views for my little minnows. For my little minnows. My little baby. My little baby. That's where my little baby is. 37 million views. And I'll post a photo of it on my page as well. When she's sitting there, right? When she's sitting there like this, she has this big heart. She has this big, beautiful gray heart on her chest, right? And if you guys know me, I'm like the crazy cat lady. Like I literally have 9 cats. I have 9 cats. And Jasmine is my German Shepherd, and she was so protective of that little beautiful, beautiful kitten, little beautiful gray kitten, Sage, her name is. So 37 million views. To celebrate, I have created specifically a Meet Your Animal Spirit Guide meditation. So you can find it in the link in the title of this live stream. You can find it on my page. You can find it on my website. It's a beautiful journey that allows you to meet your animal spirit guide. So if you love animals as much as me, you're going to love the animal spirit guide. Like, who here has actually met their animal spirit guide before? Has anyone actually met their animal spirit guide? Do you guys know much about animal spirit guides? Do you connect with them? Is it something that you're like, yeah, I call on them every day? Or you're like, actually, I know my angels and I know my spirit guides, but I don't know my animal spirit guide? Who really resonates with the animal kingdom? Do you guys like receive the messages from the animals or the crows or the, you know, the birds or the rabbits or whatever, the cats, you know? Do you guys connect with the animals at all? Comment below and let me know if you've ever been on a Meet Your Animal Spirit Guide journey. So to celebrate 37 million views, I'm sure that will keep increasing. It's had like, what does it say? So 562 reaction comments and shares. 469,000 people have liked, loved, and cared about this beautiful little video. And this is something that's really, really important and really, really special in the sense that this is something I was just sharing my heart. This is something I was just sharing my heart and soul, my life. A lot of people forget when they're trying to do business or their purpose or anything like that, that they forget that it's actually your entire life. And ultimately, it's what you love. And I freaking love animals. I've always had a menagerie ever since I was a kid. and still have a menagerie to this day. I always have. So the thing with your life purpose is that it's everything. Now, I originally posted this video, so I put it on my stories. If you guys watch my stories, you'll probably see me post animal stuff all the time on there, right? And because I got a lot of animals. And when I posted this one, it was like, oh my God, look at her heart. Like, you can see this big heart when she's just sitting there looking up at Jasmine, like my big German Shepherd, and she was just like looking, and this big beautiful grey heart on her chest, right? And the thing is like, when I saw it on my story, I was like, oh my God, like, can you guys see what I can see? And so I put it on my Facebook page and said, you know, like, do you watch my stories? Like, with so much cuteness, like, can you see her heart? Like, can you see the grey heart on her chest? And I put that on my Facebook page because I was like, oh my God, can you see this? Like, I was literally just sharing my heart. I was sharing what's so like deep to my heart, right? Like, it's so cute. Yeah, the animals, the animal kingdom. The animal kingdom has a lot to say at the moment. More to say about that. Carla says we have 2 female cats and 1 dog. They give so much love. Yes, they sort of do. Like, they're the epitome of love. Like, if you're trying to bring love into your life, like, let yourself receive the love from the animals around you. Like, you're never really alone, right? Nobody's alone. And the animals have so much to share and teach you. And then your animal spirit guide, like when you journey through the Meet Your Animal Spirit Guide meditation, which you can find in the title of this live stream. You can find it on my page. Send me a message if you can't find it. You can also find it on my website, realityawareness.com. And if you scroll down, then there's an audio meditation page. And if you go to the audio meditation page, you'll see it there as well. So this beautiful little kitten with a grey heart. And the thing about this is that I posted that, like, this was, it says on here, it says the 4th of May 2021. So what, just a year ago, like a year ago. And you might think, well, of course it's had 37 million views from a year ago, except it only went viral about 2 months ago now, or about 6 weeks ago, not even 2 months ago. And the thing is, I was on my, you know, just doing my thing on my, you know, page and whatever. And I was like, oh, why is my followers gone up really quickly? And then I was like, oh, and I didn't pay much attention to it. And then like the next day I came in and it's like gone up again. And I was like, what's happening here? And then I was like trying to find, I was like, well, something's obviously gone viral. And then like I looked at it and I was like, oh, little Sage, I mean, Sagey, what are you doing? She's gone viral. She's still gone viral. And at that point, like, you know, it was probably, I don't know, about a week later, it had like 25 million views. And I'm like, what? And then like, and I was like, oh, well, this is just normal. And then like I saw these people on TikTok and they're like, oh, my post has had 2 million views. And I'm like, 2 million? I'm like, mine's had 25 million. I was like, what? It's like, okay. And then mine was like, now it's 37 million with 10k comments and 469k, you know, like loves and cares and whatever. I don't know how many shares it's had, it doesn't say it in this little section here, but, and I was like, oh, that's what's happened. That's gone viral. And the thing is that I'm sharing this from a perspective of continuing to turn up to your purpose, because the reality is that it takes time and you don't know which one's gonna flick over. You don't know, just sharing your heart and your soul of what your passion is, whether it's like a business thing or whether it's just like your beautiful animals that you love. And this is the love, right? That's gone viral, so to speak. But within like a week it had 25 million views. We're now on probably 6 weeks and it's had 37 million views. From when it started going viral, and I was like, why are my followers going up? Like really rapidly. And I had about 13,000 followers on my Facebook page. I now have 25,000 followers. So you do the maths, because I'm not good at maths. I'll have to like type that up. I don't know how many that is. Whatever. That's like, what is it? 13. So that's like, what's that? 12,000 followers, 12,000 new followers in 6 weeks from my little beautiful Sage and Jasmine video going viral. I'll have to post it on my thing. I forgot that you guys wouldn't be able to see it properly. So she's like sitting there and gazing up at Jasmine just because I was sharing how freaking cute it was. Like, And that was a year ago, and now she's gone viral. So it is so good, Michael. It's so good, right? Hi, Ashley from South Australia. So I really wanted to share that because so many people are like, how do I like get more followers? How do I do this? How do I get more clients? How do I like, you know, what do I write for my posts? What business strategy is going to make me the money and grow my business? And I'm like, no, you just need to follow soul, right? Now, of course, there's strategy that comes into following soul. Of course, there's like business understanding and knowing what you're sharing and having some sort of like loose structure. But the reality is in the first 5 years of building my business, I had no structure, but I created structure along the way by me turning up and sharing my freaking heart and soul. So it's not about doing this or following the strategy to the T or understanding this business thing. Like, whilst mentors and everything are essential and you must have like a like-minded group who are on the same, you know, business mind train and soul-led life, right? Like, be mindful who you're being mentored by. Because it sometimes can lead you off path and you can feel lost, but because the reality is that when you really ask that question, you always know and you always come back to soul, right? If you always, you know, if you get lost along the way and you're like, but how do I do this business thing? Like, I'm getting like stuck in it. It's like, because the reality is you're listening to too many people outside of yourself and you know what you need to do inside of yourself. Like, if you just pull back from every single person and then you just like did what you're meant to do, because in your business, in your life purpose-led business, your soul-led business, like, you know what you have to do. That's the reality. The only reason you join mentorships is to understand new skills, like, yeah, business stuff, like, you know, not take as long to get there because they've walked the path before you, like 100%, and you don't have to stumble along the way. The other side of the reality of that is that it does take time. It does take time. Something else I want to share with you, I saw this, I think it was today or yesterday, and I saved it. I was like, I have to talk about this because this is so on point, right? So I am Natalie from Boss Babe, shared this on her Instagram page, and she shared it from Nick Huber. Everybody wants to start a blog, but nobody wants to write for 3 years before anybody starts reading. Everybody wants to start a podcast, but nobody is willing to record episodes for 2 years straight. Everybody wants to write a book, but nobody's willing to build an audience first. Did you hear that? 3 years, 2 years, building an audience. These things take time. Time, dedication, commitment, discipline, turning up over and over and over and over and over again. Blood, sweat, tears, blood, sweat, tears, blood, sweat, tears, blood, sweat. Did I say it enough? Do you get it? Do you get it? This is what I do with my clients, right? And this is what the Life Purpose Accelerator is about. It's the time, the discipline, the turning up, the moving through the shit, the understanding that as you elevate, stuff falls away, and that's not an easy road. And then trying to figure out not only business, but your life purpose. Your life purpose isn't on the planet yet. There is no strategy that any mentor could teach you because it comes from your soul. Whilst I've been in masterminds for the whole time I've been online and learned from mentor after mentor, whether in group or personal trainings or both, like one-on-one stuff, I've still come into a point where I've learned and grown, and I would not be where I am today, and I would not have accelerated to the point where I am today if I wasn't learning all the tools, strategy, things that have worked for them in those spaces, like 100%. But at the end of the day, it's taken me time. I've built my business organically. I think I've spent about $10,000 on Facebook ads. That's the only part of advertising, paid advertising, I should say, that I've done over the past 6 years. And I only did that big chunk in February, March last year. That's it. So out of the whole 6 years, that's all I've done. Everything has been organic, soul-led strategy, turning up day after day after day after day after day after day. I think there's a song, and I was trying to get a song, but I couldn't pick the song when I started thinking, Time after time. That's the one. Thank you. That's the one. Are you willing to continue to turn up? Are you willing to be mentored and trust your soul enough to step outside the box and find your soul that is guiding you and be around other people who are in that same space, who are ahead of where you want to be, who have walked that path, who know where they're going, who understand the business? Because the reality is the other part about being a spiritual entrepreneur, about being a psychic, a healer, or all those sorts of things, is the reality is you can like do readings and you can be intuitive, but the truth is you have to fucking learn business. You have to understand money. You have to understand business. You have to understand how it works. And then if you're going to do online, right, and this is where I specialize in with my clients, obviously I'm online, but I do have clients that work in person as well. The reality is when you're like, I'm just like all flowy and I'm good at my like things and I do all the pieces, because you do, right? You're amazing and gifted, but then you can reach a certain point in your business, but then there's a ceiling. There's a ceiling, a glass ceiling, and you just sort of stay here. Yeah, you just stay here. The piece about breaking that glass ceiling is understanding business. And then even when you're like learning tech stuff, like even like my client, I'm pretty sure I said this the other day, like my client is like, Hannah, the psychic readings are easy. Like this is understanding this system that I'm learning, right? And I'm like, yeah, that one. And then we become a master at like both realities, and then we just do it, and then it's normal. And then you have, you know, videos that go viral at 37 million views and give you like 12,000 followers in 6 weeks that you didn't even pay for. That one. Are you willing to turn up day after day after day after day after day? Are you willing to be mentored by someone like myself or someone else you resonate with? I don't care, book in with somebody else, but this is what I do. And I deeply dive into the intuitive side, the business side, but there's no specific like strategy that's right for you. You'll not learn that from any mentor. You'll take bits, of course. But the piece is having a mentor that can unlock your life purpose, because your purpose isn't on the planet yet. You might do readings, you might do healings, you might do whatever it is. But the Life Purpose Accelerator is where your piece drops in. It's not on the planet yet. A lot of people think they're doing that and they've got success and they've reached this level of thing and they might be happy, but underneath something's niggling. They're like, yes, but... there's something there. Yeah? Yes. So Temple says, it's so crazy. I was just thinking that I had not seen a video in a minute. And I was thinking about going to your last live and asking you about mentoring. Spirit is also one step ahead. Always one step ahead. There we go. Ashley said, thank you. I actually started a page yesterday. I'm so happy to be sewing. This helped amazingly. You're so welcome. Sewing. I thought you were like actually sewing. But you are sewing the tapestry of your life and your business right now. And this is where that goddess energy comes in. This is where the high priestess comes in. This is where your intuition comes in. It is a weaving and a tapestry. It is something that you're creating that is not here yet. If you think about sewing and weaving a tapestry, right, for example, like it is not created and you are creating it. That's your purpose and that's your business. And a lot of people don't have the courage or understand how to follow that, because there's no roadmap for that except your intuition, and your intuition is intricate in trying to figure that out. Yeah. So Life Purpose Accelerator is open. It is open for May. And this is where it is 12 months mentorship, working one-on-one with me. If you've got any questions about it, you can ask me now. You can send me a message. This is where you get unlimited, it's the VIP access. So you get all of the pieces that like come with being one-on-one VIP with me for 12 months. That is me in your back pocket. So on Telegram, voice message, text message, we have video calls, emergency calls. My inner circle clients get emergency calls with me. So if you're in a crisis or something is going on, like you can just call me at any time out of our scheduled allotments as well. And the video calls are very powerful. There's reality reconfiguration sessions in there. There's the distance healings. And then we can also do specific like unthreading of your business, or maybe you're just starting and you're like, I don't know what to do with business, because it's definitely something I learned and then also fumbled my way through as well, right? There's definitely been pieces where I'm saving you like 5 years worth of work. My inner circle client was going through one of the trainings and she's like, Hannah, I think you need like, what did she say? Not a Grammys or something, a Grammy award or something like that. She's like, oh my God, I'm like overwhelmed over here. But you were like fumbling through this and creating the training and doing your business. She's like, you need I think she said a Grammy award or something like that. I'm like, oh, that one. I was like, yeah, now you're just getting to fast track. That's the point, right? So it's that one. So Life Purpose Accelerator is one-on-one with me, 12 months. This is you discovering your purpose, understanding your purpose, going into all the different pieces of your purpose and really figuring out what that is, because it is different for everyone, right? And it's being able to have the trust, the confidence in self, being able to, you know, the biggest piece that I help with my clients is the intricate nature of their individual intuition and understanding the messages and putting the pieces of the puzzle together. As we said, the psychic readings are easy, the, you know, intuitive healings are easy, the, you know, tech stuff is easy. It's understanding the intricate parts of your direct intuition and how that's calibrating and understanding the language of that. That's one of my gifts, and that's where I pick apart and show you how to do it, because that's what I'm most passionate about, is being able to support you to learn the tools. And that's how I do all of my trainings, because I'm someone where I want you to be able to catch your fish for the rest of your life, rather than you think you have to come back to me all the time. So send me a message if you've got any questions about Life Purpose Accelerator. It is open. I'm celebrating 37 million views with my Meet Your Animal Spirit Guide meditation. You can find that in the top of this live stream, or somewhere you'll find the link wherever you're watching this. You can find it on my website. You'll see it on my page come up as well. Life Purpose Accelerator is open. So that's my 12-month program. So Ashley says holistic healing. So that's what you're doing. Yeah, so holistic healing is, you know, and this is the thing with intuitive healing, holistic healing, it's such an intricate nature of understanding those pieces. And then it's like, how do I, sure, anybody can start a business. Anybody can get a business name, register the business, pay taxes and build a business. Well, is that all you're doing it for? Or are you actually leaving a legacy? Are you actually, you know, having a team to be able to support you? Are you actually able to grow your business to an empire, or to a place where you're not so in it all the freaking time? And do you know how to do that? What about the money caps that you keep reaching? So you might be growing your business, but the money caps are hitting these glass ceilings. Is like, well, how do you unthread those so that you can actually break through properly to the next level, right? So these are all the deeps, ins and outs that I work with my inner circle clients. So if you've got questions, send me a message. Let's have a chat about it. Applications are open now. Also, the link is in this comment thread here. Even if you think that you are not sure you can do it, or if it's meant for you, if you're watching this and you've resonated, it's calling you. So I shall see you in there, or send me a message. And remember, anything that you share with your heart and soul is your life purpose. Straight up. I have a lot of people come to me and say, oh, this strategy was like killing me, and they're like depressed and they don't understand how their business has not been working. And it's like, but what does your heart and soul want to do? And like this video with Jasmine and my little sage with 37 million views, this little baby, you can't even see her there, you know, with 37 million views, and has given, you know, an extra 12,000 followers on my Facebook page in less than 6 weeks. You never know when something's going to go viral, and it doesn't, you know, it's like that's been sitting there for a year, and then in the last 6 weeks that went viral. Like, your heart and soul is your purpose. And if you're not out there courageously day in, day out, sharing your heart and soul, which is your purpose, which is your message, and then understanding the back end and the admin and the support, and being able to elevate it and escalate and go through those glass ceiling roofs, this is where the mentoring comes in. So send me a message. I shall see you in there. Keep it real and keep sharing your heart and soul. That is your message.